Greetings everyone and welcome back to Aavak Hill, and of course to Purse, Tote, Pocket, Crate, and there we go, Satchel. A little bit lagging behind there, probably had some business to take care of. But we're not going to waste any time, we're going to jump straight into a run down in the dungeons. We're going to take out Ninja Purse this time. That's probably what the problem was last time, is I didn't have Ninja Purse with me. Obviously that was the issue. Couldn't have been that I made mistakes. Now, we're going to go with the standard run, once again. Our goal is to get down to the 3rd level and see what we can do after that. A perfectly balanced pack. A fantasy. Let's go for an item set this time. This set served me well, he says. I hope it works for you. Okay. So, no food, but spikes. Stacking spikes. Alright. We can go with a more focused defensive run. Let's go turn to the bramble today, though. Since we've got 2 roses in our backpack, it feels appropriate for us to go to the bramble. Right, who are we going to be fighting on this floor? It's going to be the 3 children in a suit of armor. It feels wronged. Maybe we are not the good guys after all. Right, let's get a little attack in there. There we go. And once again, let's get our block going. And unfortunately, I can't actually do any damage this turn. Well, I suppose I could have gone for the hermit crab. I guess that would have worked. Not really necessary, though. Instead, we're just going to... You know what? We're just going to go all block. The hermit crab is doing a fine job of taking themselves out right now. Right, there we go. And this is going to allow us to go in for an attack on the hermit crab. There we are. You're going to take yourself out on my spikes. And honestly, yeah, I guess this is a completely functional build. You're actually going to take yourself out on the rose stones. Oh, no, you're not. Sorry, I apologize. They had a bit more defense there. That's fine. We'll just rid them of their defense. There we go. And again, let's always open up the possibility for some boots and helmet. And a double level up. All right, fair enough. Let's expand that out for some gloves, possibly. If we're going to a spike build, then it makes a lot of sense for us to try our best to make plenty of room for passive blocking. Now, the heart ring, our favourite always. We have got a broom spear, though. On use, deals 8 damage. On alternate use, destroys all adjacent hazards. When this destroys an item, +1 damage this turn. I mean, not a terrible one. It's equivalent to what, well, in fact, it's better than what I've got. It doesn't have any upgrade paths, though. That is to say, it can't be smithed at all. We will pick up a brick as well. Might as well. But sure, let's move some things around. We'll take the broom spear. We'll pop you right there. Keep the thorns together. Anything else we want to bring along? I guess I could bring along an arrow, actually. If we're going passive spike build, then archery becomes quite a sensible option. Do I want to sacrifice the heart ring for an arrow? Yes, I do. Do I want to sacrifice the block for a crossbow? Yes, I do. Okay, I mean, that's not going to do a great deal of damage for each empty space above. You know what I could do, though, is this, and that gets a little bit more damage. It now does 3 instead of the 2 it would have done otherwise. Let's see. Base is 2 spare spaces, that gives us 3, but multiply for, because we're using a crossbow instead of the far superior regular bow, going to cause us issues. But what I can do is give it even a little bit more space just to help out with that a bit. There we go. That's about as good as we're going to get with this this bow setup. Now this will help us if we're fighting against an enemy that themselves uses spikes. So projectiles don't trigger spikes, which is why it's not a bad idea to pick that up early if we're going to be relying mostly on defending. Right, there we go. And I guess I could just wallop you a bit. Sure, let's go for you, specifically. There we go. Now, we're going to want to get a lot of thorns, though this is not obviously not the only way of generating spikes. I would do 8 damage here. That would, well, no, it would not be enough. So it's not the only way of generating spikes, but it is actually a pretty nice and simple way of doing it. Well, I can just invest purely in taking you out here, and you're not going to attack, so there's no point in me blocking. But getting a yellow rose would make each of these twice as capable at generating spikes, and of course, there's also the spiked helmet and many other things besides. There we go. That's an easy fight there. Right. would I like to get rid of this in exchange for a club, which will add weak? I think we probably do, yes. We've also got a poultice. Must have less than 50% health. On use, heals 20 HP. I mean, the broom spear is a solid option. We've got some passive block here. I think we're saying goodbye to the broom spear then, in exchange for the passive block. There we are. We'll pop that one up there. Is there really anywhere I could pop this? Not really. Am I using the arrow? No. I would need to get a bow to make the arrow work well. Though the crossbow, it does have the advantage of it can trigger lots of different arrows at the same time. But this is good enough for now, I think. We'll roll with this. There we are. Right, what do we got? We've got some experience. Let's go and grab that first. There we go. We've got a question mark. Actually, I should have gone there first, I suppose. Right, we absolutely want... Oh, actually, we've got two things here we want. So we are definitely going to spin this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I mean, you know, not the worst, I guess. I could spin for another 3 gold. I mean... Sure, I'll take it along. I really would like the other items there, but let's see. We might find that we can find them in here instead. No, but we've got a regular bow. Okay, not bad at all. Plus to the energy cost per turn, but it's probably something I'm only going to use once. So let's pop that down here. At this point, this is still only dealing 2 damage because of everything else in the spots here. Now it's dealing 4 damage, so already better. I will bring this along. I could get rid of you in exchange for 2 tunics, but I don't think that's the play here. I don't think that would be the right move. Instead, let's go ahead and get into a bit of a fight. Hello, Ratwolf. Well, there's absolutely no point in me keeping this, so pop-pow. There we go. And we will then add a bit of weak. And I could use this for 0 energy. Now I can use it for 1 energy. But yeah, actually, sure, we'll go ahead with that. And then I can only block. But that's fine. Ooh, a machete. Deals 3 damage to all enemies. I do like the club's weak, though. No, I think I prefer the club's weak, frankly. There we go. And you will not take yourself out on my defenses, unfortunately. Right, we've got a left glove. It doesn't make it into a right glove, sadly. But we can pop that in there. We've got another club. Not really. Ooh, the bow blade. Now, if we use the transform on that, fires each arrow in the first row for 1 energy. This I can fire twice for 1 energy, though. That's the issue there. No, I don't think we're going to be keeping that one. That is not for us, not for right now. Okay, not a terrible setup here. I would love it if I could get these swapped around. There we go. This is now gaining an extra block. Very nice. We've got some decent passive blocks on to build up now. Do I want to try and spin again? I kind of do, actually. Let's see. Spiked helmet or spiked shield? Either one would be good. Okay, fair enough. Spiked shield. So, the bashing shield does damage equal to your current block. Deals 0 damage, removes 50% of block on self. We will absolutely take that in exchange. Well, that being said, actually, the bashing shield doesn't provide any block itself, which is a problem. But are we possibly going to go all defense here? Would this even count as a melee weapon? Ooh, I see a potential here. Very interesting potential. Alright. We're going to give this a try. Want that to be on the lowest level, sure. Shimmy these down. This is not the build that I thought we were going to go with, but we now have a way of generating extra block, and then we can use the bashing shield to absolutely clobber someone. Plus, we've still got the ability to add weak onto an enemy. This is, yeah, no, this was not where I thought this was going. But, alright, I'm fine with this. Let's go. I would have truly preferred to have gotten the spiked helmet, though, but there may be other opportunities for that. Right, I need so little experience for a level up, it makes much more sense for me to get in here and go for you. Let's get some block there, a little bit more block here. I could go for the bashing shield, but that's going to reduce me back down 7 block, which I don't think we're going to do right now. Instead, we're just going to go all block all the time. Now, if I had something that preserved block between rounds, that would be truly amazing. I'm going to add a little bit more weak so that it builds up, and then we're going to go for the attack here. It does 14 damage. Pretty solid attack. You're going to bring in a friend, which I'm not super happy about. Unsurprisingly, I should be able to just focus. 3 damage is not going to be enough to stop me. So there we go, and taking you out, and you're just going to run away. Anyway, that's fine. We were still left with 11 block there. Perfect. Right, let's get a little bit more room for extra passive block. If I shimmy that across, though, maybe not. In exchange, we will do something like this, and then push that one back. Now, the reason for that is so that I can get 2 items in this spot there. There we go. That actually works out well for me. Things are nice and close together. Oh, we've got the tower shield. Armor to the left gets +2 block. On use, adds 5 block. Now, that doesn't give me as much block naturally, but is it adjacent? No, it is flat out armor to the left, so this should affect both of them. It does. Each of these is now generating 2 extra block. That is actually so much better than this shield, and it still gives me quite a lot of room for other things. I like that. We do have the rough whetstone adjacent weapon. This is technically not a weapon, though. Is it technically armor? No, it's not technically armor. That is a shame. That would have been amazing to have gotten this to buff it as well. That would have actually genuinely been quite powerful. But oh well. I'll pick these up since I can. Let's have a look. Right, we've got a couple of things around. We do have a shop. I would like to see what we've got available on the crafter. 3 damage to a weapon, 1 poison to a weapon, 2 blocked armor, 2 spikes to a shield. What do we got here? I can put it on there, and I can put it on here. That would work very nicely. And only for 18, that's a very cheap upgrade for us. Hello, Possum. We will pray for you. You kneel to pray for him. Your good deed strengthens you. Okay, he was actually dead this time. Rest in peace. We are going to go and grab a couple of fights before I start filling up on gubbins, though. Right, we've got to get through you first. That's fine. I would love to hit you, actually, but oh well. Right, I'm going to use this up. No reason to keep it on us. Going to use a bit of armor, and I could do it again. We only need to have... Yeah, we're still going to have loads of protection. Wow, this combo is actually going really well. I greatly approve. Yeah. Now, 16 incoming damage is a lot more than I really want to deal with. So instead, I'm going to invest in pulling that down to 13, which we can much more comfortably handle. Given that... Yeah, I guess I'm just going to use that for now. And once again, pull down your incoming damage. And at this point, we don't have to worry about anything, really. Even in this mode, you're not really dealing that much damage anymore. We've got a shiv. Always nice. We've got an engine wand. Each turn, if connected to mana, removes 1 mana and deals 3 damage to all enemies. We've got the heart ring. Beautiful heart ring. Adds great luck. Yes, very much want that. Removes 100% of status effects on self. Not really what I would go for here. At this point, it'd be something that's valuable. And nothing really here is valuable, I guess. I suppose I can bring this along. Is there actually still? No, there isn't. That's a lie. We'll take that then. Right, got a little bit of health over there. I guess we can take that now, actually. Starting to get a little bit full of gubbins, so I don't want to go for this chest just yet. I would like to see what the merchant has to offer first. Let's go and grab a little bit of cash as well. May even be able to get to our next level soon. Wow, okay, that's going to be an interesting one. Right, this first turn is all about the block. We are going to use this for the great luck. And Yeah, we will actually still be left with enough block to be able to take... Lord, the amount of damage. We really need a relic that allows us to preserve block. Then we just spend the first couple of turns building that block and then just smack someone in the face with a plank of wood with spikes sticking out and kill them. It will be glorious, I tell you. Truly, truly, mind-numbingly glorious. Right. Yeah, we can comfortably use this. Ooh, yeah, we can still comfortably use this. There we go. Ooh. The black mana stone. On use, adjacent or diagonal mana stones are destroyed. When an adjacent or diagonal mana stone is destroyed, permanently increases cost by 1 mana. Permanently add 1 to the max mana. I like the black mana stone. It is a legendary item. And I presently have enough block that I can just tank any damage you're doing. So I'm just going to straight up reorganize and we're going to grab that. Thank you very much. Diolch yn fawr iawn. I could use this, but there is no point because that would just empower you. So I'm just going to end this turn and I'm going to let you do some damage to yourself. There you go. That is going to be amazing. If nothing else, I can sell it. Right, let's pull down some of the damage that you're doing. In fact, let's pull it down a lot. There we go. That's a little bit better. There we are. And let's do that again. There we go. Perfect. Luck ring. Always like having that. We have got a mana stone that I can then feed to the black mana stone there. And this can eat even the junky mana stones, which is the beautiful thing about it. Dark Lady's Potion. On use, removes 1 mana from connected mana network. Deals 5 damage. On use, if no mana is connected, destroyed. Oh, I'm not really going to be going with that. But I might pick it up for sale, perhaps. Is there anything better here? No, I think we're going to go with the Dark Lady's Potion here. We're going to say goodbye to the warm drink. Beautiful warm drink. Actually, can I use it quickly? Ah, no, I can't. Oh, well. That's fine. That is okay. It would have been nice to have been able to use it, but I think everything here is good. Finished choosing. Alright, that gives us... we're quite far away from what we need, unfortunately. What do we got over here? We've got the Queen Cleaver. We've also got the Panic Ring. Must have less than 50% health. Each turn adds 1 extra energy. Not a bad ring. Can it be upgraded? No, it can't. Shame. These two can be upgraded, so together there's the potential for getting stacking regeneration. Also, more thorns. That is a particularly interesting one right there. Also, more passive block as well. And I could fit that in, especially if we get another level up first. Alright, let's go and see if there are any other fights beyond this one. I do want to take care of all of you. Right, let's bring your incoming damage all the way down to nothing. Then I'm going to use 1 mana to consume that. And at this point, sure, let's just block. Unfortunately, I do need to do a lot of damage because you're going to try and scarper with my money, aren't you? Alright, let's bring down your outgoing damage. Going to need a lot of block for this incoming attack. You're going to do a lot of damage. You're going to do 9 damage to yourself just from attacking. That's the beauty of spikes and people who are doing multiple attacks in a turn. Because even if they do 0 damage, they are really going to wreck themselves. I think, honestly, there's no reason not to just block. You're going to take yourself out with your attack, as is the other. Alright, what have we got over here? College Robes. When mana flows through, adds 1 block. Now, if you upgraded this to have more block, like you add 2 blocked armor twice, then this would add 5 block every time mana flowed through, so you could cast spells, assuming you had some way of regenerating the mana, to gain block passively off doing other things. So it is actually a really nice item, but it's not for our build right now the best thing for us to take, unfortunately. I'm just going to further pull down your damage output. Now, I'm not always going to catch the things that are up there, so by all means, if you spot something truly marvelous, let me know what we could have had. Right, I'm going to need to get rid of your dodge there, and then wallop you with my spike shield. There we go, perfect, and now we get level up as well. Let's expand out the gloves position as much as we can for that sweet, sweet extra block. Though that does mean that I'm not going to get the +1 from that. But honestly, it does the same thing either way, so it's fine. Right, we'll pop you down there so I can potentially have 2 things next to it. That way I'm going to get more bang for buck out of that. This always has to be down here somewhere. I'm going to put the 2 rings at the top. For now, yeah, I mean, that's good enough. I've got another heart ring. Not what I'm intending to take, though. We do have a pearl. We have also got the heavy blade. On kill, adds 5 slow to all enemies. Not as good as this, frankly. The pearl will give weapons whose spaces away get +4 damage, which definitely benefits me. There we go. That's actually now a very, very powerful weapon. I guess I could get extra rings, but they're not really going to serve me any particularly useful function. I think that is about it, really, for this. I suppose I could pick this up for some extra energy in a fight. That wouldn't be a bad call. Are there any more fights? There's another elite fight? Wow. Okay. Let's see what you've got. Get a rare item of the same type. That is definitely a possibility, especially because we've got 2 accessories. Okay, I might come back to you. I might well come back to you. We've already got a rare tower shield. I don't think you can push legendary further. We could use it on the tunic, though. Because all it is clothing and armor. In either case, it would give us something nice. That is a possibility. We're going to come back to you and have a look. What do we got here? Let's have a look. We've got a cleaver. Alright, we know we've got that one. Oh, thank goodness. Always a bit of a risky one when you don't know what you're going for. And 1 more gas remaining. Oh, well. Okay, well, we've now got the King Cleaver. We've got the potential for picking up the King Cleaver and the Queen Cleaver. On use, deal 6 damage. All adjacent cleavers are used. The 2 together would mean that I would be able to use both of them for the cost of 1 of them. Is this going to be the cleaver build? Are we finally going to do a cleaver build when I've otherwise got a really interesting build on the go already? Ah. Never rains, but it pours. Let's head on down. I've got some things to sell. You can follow me. I can't believe this. The luck! Alright, let's get rid of you. Uncommon, let's get rid of that. I could sell this. Picking up this rare is going to cost me 20, but that's okay. I mean, the 2 together are going to be very useful. This will activate all diagonal cleavers. This one will activate all adjacent cleavers. So that one will trigger this one, but this one won't trigger the King Cleaver back, so that's fine. Now I just need other items. For example, if I get a basic cleaver up here, I think the King Cleaver will trigger this one and this one. But then the Queen Cleaver will also trigger that one, so you could effectively run 3 cleavers off a single use. There's a lot of potential scaling that can go on here. A lot of scaling. I'm going to sell the Dark Lady's Potion. Could buy the Rose. Faster spike scaling. But if we put that on the shields, we've got that anyway. That is only 6. I think it's 18. I need a little bit more gold to be able to do that, sadly. If we're going with cleavers, I need to get rid of the club. Each cleaver can also get an upgrade as well. It's a common. Let's not sell that. We might get something much more valuable from you. Hello. Also, I really am going to miss this week once it's gone. Do I want to use that for 6 and... Well, I mean, it is 10, actually. Excuse me. Actually, yeah, you know what? I could just wipe you out with that. But instead, we're going to go for you, I think. There we are. Now we just take you out. I could go... that would not work well for me. Instead, I'm going to use 1 point of energy to absorb that, to upgrade the the Mana Stone. I've got enough block coming my way, so I can just use a little bit of extra block there. At this point, I really don't need to use my cleavers on you. Instead, I'm just going to wallop you. And yeah, we're just going to go all block for now. Now let's pull down your outgoing damage. I could then push it back up, which is fine. That's okay. We're still in a decent place. As long as I keep using the weak, then I overwhelm the rage that they're building up. There we go. Got another luck ring. 2 luck rings instead of a luck ring and a heart ring is very much worth it for me. The boot is a solid option, especially because it's going to get a bonus from you. So if I were to do that, I still need the pearl. I could shimmy these around since they don't strictly need to be in a specific location, but no, that won't work. That will not do. What I could, however, do is that. That does work. Okay, that's fine then. Tower Shield is still hitting all of these, so they're all getting a little bit more passive block going on. I like that. But it's still a common item. Is there anything here that isn't? No, I don't think so. Alright, well, there is a potential that I'm about to mess up my build a bit by using this ability. Get a rare item of the same type. Could either go for the shoe hat. I think we're going to go for the tunic, though. How's this for a trade? There's no time to say no. We've picked up the knight's armor. Adjacent to diagonal shields and armor get +2 block. Each turn adds 6 block. That is better. That is sincerely better. This only really benefits from being here. That's getting 8 block right now. If I pop it over there, it drops down to 4, so I lose a bunch. But if I bring this across... Let's reorganize things a little bit if we can. I can probably do something like, there we go. That actually works out well for us in the end. The pearl is still a problem. So if I do something like this instead, there we go. That works. We're now getting everything that needs a buff is still getting buffed. I do need to make sure that my black mana stone is over here. I could sell the black mana stone. Am I really going to be going for a mana build with this, with cleavers and passive armor? I don't think I am. And if I try to do everything, I'm going to effectively do nothing. So I think it is time for us to sell the black mana stone. Goodbye, black mana stone. It would have been wonderful to have the wand or some other mana device running off that, but we haven't got that, and I'm not going to worry about it. Instead, we're going to go, and actually one of the last things we're going to do is check this chest. There might be something amazing in here. Nope, there was not. Right. Now then, 2 block to armor, 2 spikes to a shield, 1 poison to a weapon, 3 damage to a weapon. I would like poison on the King Cleaver. There we go. And I can still get 2 spikes to a shield twice on this one. And it makes more sense for me to add it twice to this, because this is the one I am all but guaranteed to use each turn. So that gives me 2 spikes and an extra 2 spikes to the same shield. Using the shield once gains me more spikes than my 3 roses are giving me right now, which is kind of bonkers. Is there a way that I could get these 2 rings together? Look, I appreciate that this is not the most necessary thing, but it's something that matters to me, okay? Well, I don't think there is a way for me to do it, so we're just going to have to live with that one for now. Right, okay, let's head on down. I think we've got a pretty solid build between the cleavers and the club. We'll probably get rid of the club once we've got a couple more cleavers. If this is the run that actually... I don't want to jinx this now, but if this is the run that we win the game on, it is going to be so perfect that we won the game with a cleaver build. A modified cleaver build, let's say, but still, absolutely perfect. That gives me 8. This is giving me 8. This is giving me 7. That is a wild amount of passive block that we're getting right now. You've also got rough hide, so projectiles would not be super great against you. You've got rage as well, which is not the best thing for me. Instead, I'm going to wallop you with that, and then I'm just going to invest in building up my spikes. And we're going to do this for a little while. Alright, 12 damage incoming. That's fine. I can definitely hit you again, get up that little bit of weak. Your rage is running down each turn, which is fine by me. It's not gaining. You've almost taken yourself out on the spikes. Honestly, this is just bonkers. Alright, just continue building the spikes. Spikes for days. None of you are going to do anything, though, which is a bit of an issue for me, I'm not going to lie. I would like to try and break through you. No one's actually going to go for an attack, so I may as well just focus on doing damage this turn. Now, everyone's got a bit of block. I can easily overpower. Oh, actually, no, I cannot. Never mind. Talking nonsense. Oh, there we go. I put far too much faith in my cleavers there. Whetstone. A little bit of damage. You're actually going to kill yourself when you attack, so I'm just going to buff up even further. 49 spikes. My lord. Right, what do we got? We have got a cotton ball. -2 mana cost to adjacent and diagonal wands. All wands get this effect. On use, +1 mana cost to this turn. This would allow us to have... Most wands would be free on the first and sometimes even the second turn. Spice, when an item is destroyed, adds 1 energy. Or the stopwatch can be used 1 time each combat to put all enemies to sleep. I'm going to say that the cotton... Well, the cotton ball isn't actually going to be useful for my build. So I don't intend to use wands. It's hard to say. Again, if you dilute your build too much, I think what we're really focusing on is cleavers and defense. So even this club needs to go. If I can find a build that'll give me weak, then I'll get rid of the club. The club right now is super useful, though, especially on enemies that do like 3 attacks or something like that. Is there anything I want to send back with parcel? I actually don't think there is. We've got an ethereal whetstone. Weapons in this column get +2 bonuses damage this combat. Not useful for me. The battle ring, also not useful. Frothy drink. I mean, I guess I could sell that on the next floor, so I'll take it. But otherwise, there's actually nothing for me to send back. I could get a little bit of healing here. Sure. We'll just top ourselves back up for 5. We're going to go to the deep cave this turn, though. Let's see what we can do. Still want to get regen on the rings, if I can. Though, that being said, you know, I've just got... I got rid of one of the luck rings. I should probably have kept both of them, really thinking about that. Right, we're going to be facing up against the badger. Will you take a spin? Well, it depends. Have you got anything truly amazing here? You've got a big heart ring. I mean, it's free, sure. See what we get. We have got a broken ring. No. Not useful for me. It's uncommon though, so I guess it will be better to sell that. I'm not going to give up my heart ring, damn it! People in the comments always mocking me for my heart rings. How dare you. Right, you're actually going to be entering this fight with a weighty bit of damage coming my way that I disapprove of. But I don't need to block right now. That being said, building up the spikes is going to be important for this fight. Because once you start deciding what you want to attack, you're going to bring a lot of pain to this fight. I'm just going to dump everything into spikes right now. There is no reason for me to do anything else. There we go. And I can just let you kill yourself. There we go. Okay, we've got a club cleaver. Cleaver build is confirmed. That is the way we're going. Adjacent weapons get +1 poison, and adjacent weapons get -1 damage. That would be okay on the cleavers. I would absolutely be alright with that. Let's swap some of these things around a bit then. Let's pick up the club cleaver. On use, deals 2 damage. When a cleaver kills a non-summoned enemy, adds luck. Can have 3 upgrades on that. We're not really needing the thorns at this point. I'm gonna say it's definitely moving away from that. But Peridot over here, if I could burrow that between 2 cleavers, would be fantastic. Getting extra poison on them. Like, if I had it there, both of these would do a bit more poison. This one would go down in damage quite a lot, so I might want to shimmy them around a little bit. In fact, I might want to activate the Queen Cleaver to activate the King Cleaver to activate the Club Cleaver. I'm not sure. We'll have to do a for science on this, but I am going to pick this up for now. And yeah, we're gonna keep that. I would like all my weapons over there if I could make it happen. I suppose I could, actually. Because then I could put the Peridot there. That way both of these get poisoned. Okay, that's actually not bad. That's not bad at all. I am losing my two rose thorns, though, which is a bit of a shame, but oh well. No reason to have that around in the wrong other place. Okay, we've got a couple of things to sell. We are beginning the cleaver build. Oh, wait, no, this needs to be next to the shields. That was the whole point. That works. It's less now, though. Let me see. Pearl isn't nearby anything. Okay, yeah, this is a bit of an awkward one, actually. I've got things that'll be useful. Honestly, I can just sell the pearl, really, but we have got a couple of things that are going to be nice, but I need to get them in the right positions for them. Yeah, I need to unlock a bit of extra room around on the side there, I think. Ultimately, though, I want to make sure that I'm getting the most block out of items than anything else. Because, obviously, that is how this build is making its way through things. There's the shop. Fantastic. Okay, what have we got over here? What event? Game show. I will check you out in a moment. First, I want to see what we can do over here. Don't want the ethereal staff. We have got chainmail. Adds 5 block when an adjacent item is destroyed, plus 2 block this combat. Not really what we're going for then. I think we're going to say goodbye to the stopwatch. We're also going to say goodbye to the ethereal whetstone. That gives us a lot more space to play with now. Still, I need to do a lot of finagling around here to try and get this to work the way I want it to. That being said, this does now give me some options. Something like that works quite well. And then I can, yeah, there we go. We can now shimmy these around a little bit more. Everything is getting buffed that needs to get buffed. Perfect. Alright, I could pick up an extra shoe hat, I guess. Not really what we want, though, right now. I could put it there. It would get a big buff. This is giving me 8, after all. This is only 6. We will come back to this. That is a possibility. Let's go and check out the forge. We've got 3 slow to any to weapon, 2 blocked armor, conductive to armor, energy to clothing. Think it. Obviously, we're going to go with the energy to clothing. It just makes so much sense. Now everything is about trying to get enough to add other items. Slow enemy to weapon isn't amazing, but it is still useful. So 12 for that. Slow on the club cleaver, especially if that causes it to activate twice. This is realistically the way we would want it to be. If this activates it twice, it's actually still good because this is getting poison and it's going to do it twice. We're going to find out. So when I attack with the King Cleaver here, if there's 1, 2, 3, if it gives it 3 poison, then we know that the King Cleaver isn't activating both and then the Queen Cleaver activating the Club Cleaver again. But if it gets 4 poison from this, then we know that there is a potential for us to have double activations. And that is going to change the way that we're going to want to move things around. Quite a lot, actually. Is there anything else I need to move around in my inventory? I think, you know what, if I pop that over there, yeah, I activate both of these with that, then that actually works out quite well, and I can just shimmy these around because I can. Right, okay, let's see this elite oh, hello? Really into pachinko. I so love that reference. Well played. Well played. Also, that is an amazing game, by the way. Truly fantastic in every measurable way. Right, let's see. It hits it twice. Okay, that is gonna be huge. Absolutely huge. So we definitely do want to get slow on the club cleaver. The club cleaver is going to be activated twice by these two. Let's pop a bit of weak on you though, and then get a bit of spike building up. We no longer have passive spike built. We have to use our shield in order to do that. On use, destroyed. Not super keen on that one actually. Let's use this twice. There we go. I guess we're going to put this here. See how this goes. I could just dump loads of points into my defense here. And I think that probably makes more sense. Though, obviously, hitting you for 37 would be truly amazing. But and now this is going to just slowly trickle down, making smaller boulders over time. There we are. Dislike what's about to happen. Don't feel like dealing with it, so let's just make sure that we don't have to. There we go. I guess I can put that over. Well, let's not put it on the... can I put it there? Yes, I can. That's alright. We'll lose a little bit of poison, but that's fine. We're not going to be doing that this turn. Oh, you have now created for me a very big problem. I have to take it, so I'm going to take damage from that. Damn it, that sucked. Oh well. There we go. Let's get rid of all of them. And get items. Ooh, Vampiric Axe. Oh, now you're tempting me. Connected weapons get +1 damage. Vampiric Axe would give us a way to heal, but it would add poison to me. I'm not sure I want that, obviously. Instead, I think we're going to take the Electric Stone. It is only this one that's going to get the +1 damage, sadly. But that's fine. We can possibly build more around with the cleaver. The way that we're going to be building up cleavers, rather. If I got another queen cleaver, I could put it there. Oh my lord, that would be bonkers. Now, I guess we bring the fish to heal up. There's nothing else. I mean, I could bring this because it's rare. But I'd have to drop something, which I'm not looking to do right now. Being said, maybe I should have. Simply so I could have gotten the cash back. Oh, there we go. Right. Let's continue with the poisoning. And I'd like to bring down your outgoing damage a bit. One could go there. This is going to spread out in these directions. If I put that one there, it'll kind of block the spread a bit. That's fine. Right, you are going to hit me, so as long as I make sure that there's over 9 points of damage there, we should be good. And I can just use 1 point to get rid of all of that. And may as well just wallop you, get a little bit more weak going on there. There's a very strong argument to be made of why do anything but block, even with the cleavers. What's this? Liquid Luck adds great luck. Sure. I will accept, and then I will use. And you're going to kill yourself. Right. Okay, we want to start making an area that is going to be conducive to my use of cleavers. That will do. And what great luck are we going to get? Oh, wow, okay. We've got the Blessed Sword, creates a blessing when kill. We've got the Frozen Hammer, deals 2 damage, adds 3 freeze to an enemy. Oh, so good. Citrine. Okay, let's shimmy things around. to better make use of them. Something like this will do for now. I can pop that there, so this, well, technically I could do that, which does work. Shoe hat is really giving me a lot of buff right now, though. I suppose something we could do is actually that sort of works with a queen cleaver, and I'm using the cleavers more. There we go, that works a bit better. We still get a good bit of bang for buck out of that. Right, let's tuck those away. We'll take the key. Probably going to want it. Do I want to take the frozen hammer just to sell? I kind of do. And we could immediately go and sell it, actually, if it's just free up a bit of space. Maybe we don't take the key then. We take the frozen hammer, we go and sell that. The citrine would have been nice to pick up, but I'd have to drop a ring. Look, at some point you have to just accept that maybe the heart ring isn't the best thing to bring along. I know. Heretical words, but I'm sure you'll forgive me in time. Right, well, we can now just add this in here. The club is now doing 16 damage, which is actually quite solid. I'll do that. Actually gives me quite a lot of oomph there. And I like the... Honestly, the club cleaver is the one that I need to buff up because it's the one that's getting used twice. Yeah, there we go. 5 damage here. And if I could... I need that little bit of space over there. Let's instead do this then. I think we can make this work if I shimmy everything down a bit. Paradox, that still gives me a buff. That's not getting a buff, but now the club cleaver is doing 8 damage, which gets used twice a turn for the cost of 2 energy. Yeah, that actually works out well. And quite a lot of items are now getting the Paradox effect. I might drop the Paradox for something else. I mean, the poison is great, but it's not the best thing, certainly. I could even get rid of the electric stone, but you won't take any more items. But the shoe hat there would actually be better. Could pick up a key because I had to drop the other one. Let's wait on that one, though. See what else we've got. Well, we've got a locked chest. Funny that. Okay, what's in the game show? We've got another citrine. We've got another bashing shield. Wow. There's no way I could carry that around with me. Let's see if we can get the citrine. We can. So. No particularly reason, except if I were to pop it over there, that would be grand. But there's nowhere really for me to do that. Actually, maybe if I move all the weapons up here. Okay, give me a second. Okay, I have tried putting this in so many different orientations. This is the best that I can do right now, and it is not particularly great. The problem that we have is there's not enough blocked space that allows me to get all the shields touching the knight's armor, which we need to happen, as well as getting everything across. Still getting the most out of the shoe hat, for example, and getting everything next to the club cleaver. We're probably not going to be using the basic club much at all moving forward. The weak is still useful in some places, but for now, we are now properly focusing on the cleaver build. Let's head on down here, unlock this. Sorry, I meant to say the club, not the club cleaver. Right, let's have a look. We have got the diamond cleaver. On use deals 2 damage when a cleaver kills a non-summoned enemy, +1 gold. Ah, everything is going marvelous. Battle ring, nothing here super useful. Adjacent and diagonal consumables gets a little bit more. Get +5 healing. I mean, that's not terrible. We've got a couple of other odds and sods. Anything here I really want? No, not really. Alright, well now I need to move things around again. That is a little bit of a problem. This one, I'm going to say, for now, this is the better way of doing it. This will activate everything, and then this will activate both things again. I'm going to have to move everything around once more, aren't I? Yes. Yes, I am. No, I refuse. We need a level up is what we need, so I can set this up properly. Maybe as I find some other things, we'll move things around. But getting rid of the club would probably help out a fair bit. If I were to shimmy that away, then I could at least open up some room over here. And that might have to be the way we go, frankly. This certainly gives me a bit more oomph over here. These are going to be used twice, so it makes sense to try and get them the most damage output. I guess, technically, I can still bring it. Okay, well, that works. That does work. I'm still getting the armor, the buff from the tower shield we've got here. Alright, not terrible. I would love another glove here and expand things. I would love just more space in general. This will work, though, I think, for now. Right, let's go and see what we can do. Conductive to armor, blocked armor, or 3 slow to enemy to a weapon. We want it to be either the diamond cleaver or the club cleaver. Go for the club cleaver. That is going to get triggered twice, so it's going to massively reduce the ability of our enemies to block. Can add energy to clothing. I mean, it would be great if we could, but we can't. Blocked armor? No, I'm just shy of being able to do that twice. That's a shame. Okay, well, I don't see a reason not to do it twice. That's going to have 4 times... Oh, they're just never going to be able to block, which is ironic, really, considering our build is kind of based on that. Right, what was the event down here? Ah, yeah, spin the wheel. No, I don't think so. Right, let's head on down. Find out what there is to find out. Now then, first a battle, but what we got there? Locked chest, we'll remember that. Oh, okay, hello. Badger. You know what? I wonder if they're always here. No, they can't always be in the bit. That would be funny to you. Badger, and you always see Badger, and occasionally a snake. That would make me happy. Right, I'm going to need to do a good bit of damage here. Tunk. Wow. No block for you. Ever. Go. Not a lot of poison either, sadly, but, you know, it is what it is. Good lord. That is brutal. So we now have luck, I should imagine. And we just gained gold, I should imagine. One would hope. I've got a little bit of damage coming our way, but nothing we really need to worry about. In fact, I can just go ahead and use this right now and do a fair bit of damage here. May as well use this as well. There's absolutely zero reason not to. Don't need that crossbow. And there we are. That was rather good. Alright, we've picked up an ancient tome on use. Adds 1 mana to the connected mana network and +1 to the energy cost. So you get 1 mana for free and then the rest costs you. We've got the bronze breastplate. Oh, that could be useful. Adjacent to the diagonal, but I'm not sure on that one. We do, however, have the shoe hats. That one could definitely help us out. We've also got the Rose of Thorns for some passive... Even just having one of these means that our spikes will never go down. But I'm thinking the shoe hat is the better pull here. Yeah, I definitely think so. Taking up the thorn, I could get rid of the seasoning. It's a rare though. And I do need the money at this point. So I don't think so. I could drop the club for it though. Since we're almost certainly not going to be using that on an ongoing basis. Let's do that. Then we're just focusing entirely on cleavers and defense, which makes sense. Could also pick up the hard hat. Sure. Okay. It's giving us a little bit of extra block as well. As 3 block a turn. Okay, that actually did massively increase my passive block, which is bringing the bashing shield back into a potential for us to use. I'm just not super focused on it anymore because it takes 1 point of energy to do. That stake does not look... That is not rare. That is a lie. You're telling me fibs. You don't know what rare is. However, I am now faced with the reality of needing to decide. Do I want another diamond cleaver? I do. Very much so, actually. Can't afford. Costs 12. Gonna get rid of this. Now I can. Get rid of that. How much is that going to sell for? 10. Yeah, I would like that. This isn't going to activate everything, unfortunately. Let's make sure these are actually pointing the right way. I guess I could now have the peridot over here. Peridot on items that are going to be used multiple times makes more sense to me. The sad thing is the pearl. The pearl now doesn't really serve a purpose in this position. I could keep it, but I think I might just say goodbye to it. It hurts a bit to say goodbye to it, but there's no easy way for me to position this such that it would hit more than one thing at a time. That's just not as good for me. Alright, we're looking for another gem of some sort. Maybe a fire gem would be absolutely glorious if we could get that, actually. We will keep the citrines activating the club cleaver here and the diamond cleaver because they're so powerful. What we really need is rage. If I could get rage on one of these, then at that point we don't even need the citrine. We'll just build rage every turn. That would be so broken. But so wonderful at the same time. I mean, it's wonderful when I'm the one that's broken the power scaling. It's very, very not wonderful when someone else manages to do it. Do we want to take out the mage first, or do we want to take out the vampire over here? We'll deal 9 vampirism. You're going to be so much easier to take down. Geek the mage. I could also take you out as well, and I've got enough block then, so sure. Oh my lord. More luck! Give me all of the luck! Not a bad little shield there, actually. 8 block. Let's just focus on doing... Oh my good lord. You will never, ever, ever block. Ever again. Never gonna happen. Oh, good lord. What is that I see over yonder? A gold cleaver adjacent to diagonal cleavers get +1 damage? Well, obviously we need it. But now I can just pop it in there, as that's going to buff all of these. But ultimately I want to activate it too. So I'm going to need probably a position over here, I would say, because the King Cleaver is activating everything it can activate. I guess this might be where we say goodbye to the bashing shield, honestly. Or I just take you out. I suppose. Maybe I keep the badge. I'm going to be back and forthing on that so much. Alright, we've got another pearl. We've also got a pouch. Hooray. Super hooray. Lucky ring doesn't need to be here anymore because of the club cleaver. Interestingly. Bronze breastplate. Let's pop you in there. Just grab the pearl and can't take any more items. Good enough. Right, finish choosing. If I was willing to get rid of that. But right now, because of the knight's armor, it is actually giving me block every turn as well. It's just giving me 0.5 block per space it's taking up, which is not a good trade. Really not a good trade. How close are we to our level? We can probably get... Oh, look. Well, the fox steps out from the shadows. Natural prey, he says. If we battle, I shall make short work of you. Be ye friend or foe? I am foe. Start combat. Of course we're going to start. He draws his sword, slowly sizing you up. 26 damage. I can already block it. We're just purely going to attack with that. Now that I dislike, so this turn I'm actually going to spend... I know I should have done it the other way around, but I'm going to spend this turn just getting my my spikes going. Right, creates a plume of smoke in spaces in this column, so I'm going to place it over there, over the pouch, which isn't actually going to do anything, but it will then unfold in that direction. I'll use this twice. Oh, it didn't unfold in that direction. Interesting. Okay, well, that's perfectly fine by me then. Imagine if we had passive burn here. It would be utterly just ruinous to our enemies. 27 incoming damage. Nothing we need to worry about. Oh, damn it. What I wanted to do was actually take you out with the cleavers, but oh well. That's fine. Let's see what else we've got. Now, the Fox Rapier is a legendary item. Adjacent and diagonal shields get +1 block this combat on use. So every time you use it, they get more capable of blocking. And that's research? It is. Well, that's coming with then. No reason to leave behind. There's nothing here I want, really. The Boohoo Buckler, I guess, is a rare we could take. And that's that. Alright, let's go ahead and get into a fight. We're actually now very close to being able to level up, which is very nice indeed. I'm just going to invest the rest into getting some spikes. That also means that you will always try to defend. Now, the thing is, if I'm forcing you to defend, that's not good, because I actually want you to attack so that we can take you out. 16 is fine, you will attack my spikes, but I can use this block to stop you from killing yourself on my thorns at the end of a turn. Let's go for another attack. Sure. Perfect. Level up. There we go. Alright then. Now, if I start building things out in this direction, I may be able to... Actually, I'll take that away. Build that up there instead. So I can pull the shield across. Take these away. Build up for the potential cleavers on that side. Okay, move this across there. Move all of my cleavers up a bit, I think. Actually, no, keep them where they were before. And then simply place this up here, which will activate off the Queen Cleaver. And then it's also going to be active from the Peridot. Very nice indeed. We've got a Slime Sword, uncommon. We've got a couple of bits and bobs there. Let's open you. Now, if I were to place the Pearl over here, both of you get a massive upgrade in damage, which is very much something I would like. Is there anything I wanted? I could get rid of the Bronze Breastplate. I mean, this is already a lot of block, but ultimately I do want more. Like, having that block in there would be great, but I would absolutely need to get 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces to make that work. 2 level ups. Not going to happen. Not at this point. So instead then, I'm going to prioritize just getting things that are valuable for me to sell. Because we do have another area to go through, and I might find more cleavers that I can pick up through there. I mean, so I might as well take these while I'm here. Good enough? Thank you. Well, actually... I'm not sure if this would work the way I'm thinking, but if I place that there, does that give me armor per turn? No, only on take damage. Never mind then. And this one actually only gets the block effect on take damage too, so that's a bit of a shame, but oh well. It is what it is. I think we probably will be getting rid of this though. Once I get an opportunity, I'll just slip it in there and be done with that. Right now, it's useful, but I think it would be better to get some more passive block. Maybe that would be when the bronze breastplate comes out. No, I think for now this is good enough. Bronze breastplate would be decent there, but I'm sure we'll find other armor. Right, let's get into this fight. Hello, hello. You've got dodge. Don't really want to play with that. What I would love to do is really mess you up. Thank you. And maybe again, because I've got enough block to be able to handle that. I could get rid of your dodge with the shift. Maybe keeping that just for those occasions where someone has got a bit of passive dodge and I just don't want them to have it. Let's go for you, my lord. Either of you do enough damage. That one by itself would do enough. Well, that's fine. Let's just go for it. Pop. And a little bit more damage to you. This is the power of cleaver build, and it's why I've been talking about getting... Like, it would be great if I had a cleaver. This entire playthrough. This is the strength of a cleaver build. They become so ridiculously potent. Also, having that is amazing. That's +4 block. If I could get that within range of this, that would be even better. In range of the tower shield, even better still. Sadly, not going to happen. That's fine, though. How much would I do? I do 32. That isn't enough. Let's just get some extra spikes there. Not picking that up. There we go. Right, let's have a look. We've got the Ring of Rage, rare. We have got the Big Fin. Add 5 rage to self-destroyed. We've got the Pacifist Ring. I mean, the Ring of Rage is amazing. This would be worth me trying to build mana into this setup. Not gonna lie. Honestly, the Luck Ring is no longer that useful to me. What's in that space? Oh, it's the hat. Don't need it. I can just use that twice a combat, just at the start. Give myself 2 rage, make all of these more powerful. If I had a way of generating more mana, that would be even better, but we don't right now, so that's fine. Do I want to take anything else? The Pacifist Ring is legendary. Okay, I'll bring that along for sale loot then. Okay. Get a little bit more money. Sorry, experience. Right. Will you take anything else from me, I wonder? I'd like to sell... You won't take any more items. Okay, fair enough then. Not coming back this way. Got 66 gold right now, thanks to the diamond cleavers generating more cash for us as we go. Let's work on you first. And then take you out second. Do a little bit more damage there. Oh, I meant to use that. I forgot completely. Right, there we go. 16 damage incoming. Scarcely worth me worrying about. I really think getting rid of that shield makes a lot of sense. Okay. Some extra mana wouldn't go... Oh, there we go. A Spade Cleaver. When a cleaver kills a non-summoned enemy, +1 damage this combat. We need another king or a queen cleaver, realistically. Dropping 4 damage in exchange for gaining 4... But 4 damage on 2 things in exchange for gaining that damage there. But this will scale. That is rare. Is there something in here that I could swap out for that? Let's see. That's uncommon. That's uncommon. Well, let's grab these. It doesn't really matter too much. Is there something I could... honestly, I'm really thinking about just dropping the Rose of Thorns and instead having the ability to run this 4 times at the start of a fight. Yeah, I think that is the better play there. Because everything then will have 4 extra damage on the first turn, then 3 on the second, 2 on the third, and 1 extra damage on the fourth. By that point, the Spade Cleaver will have gained a bit of extra damage, I should imagine. Let me just make sure that everything in here is decent. You know what? We're going to get rid of that one in exchange for this, because it's the same price, but takes up one less tile, so that's it's more efficient in terms of the space of it. Is there anything over here worth me grabbing? Let's see. Not that I realistically think I'm going to actually be able to sell any of this stuff. Unless we're very lucky there's another shop just up ahead. That would be wonderful if we could find one. Right, want to get rid of you if I can. That'll do. Oh, I could have used that still. Oh, I should put the thorn in there instead, actually. 22 damage, it's not going to be an issue. Still, let's get rid of you. Ah, my goodness, I keep forgetting. Oh, and I've used it now at the end of the This build is getting... I am in danger, I tell you, of losing this run to hubris. Because that is exactly what happened last time. I got so confident that I didn't do everything I needed to do each turn. That is definitely the position we're currently in. So, understand, I am aware. I could have ended that fight, for example. Instead, I let the turn pass. Oh, we got the large heart ring. If only I could fit you in somewhere. Heavy blade. I mean, that is a rare, so... Go. What's this? Swap that out so that we at least have 1 spike. And so if I do build any spikes, I maintain it. Right, finished. Right, let's find out. What do we got down here? Poison to a weapon, yes. Burn to a weapon. Haste to a shield. Energy to clothing. Has this got another spot? No, it does not. Big sads. Alright. Also, I've used all the spikes on that. Damn it. Wah, wah. Oh well. Burn to a weapon is something we want. So let's pop that in there. And I could put poison on a weapon. Yeah, we're just going to dump all of this into these. More poison on each of these. Each one of those has now got slow and burn and poison. Quite a lot in some cases. I could add poison into the King Cleaver, for example. You've already got that, actually. I think it makes more sense for me to go for... Now, the problem is I might kill things now with the stacking dots that I'm putting on stuff. I think I'm going to keep the rest of the spots now available for rage. If we can find that, that would be absolutely amazing. No thanks to that. Thank you, though. I may put the haste on this shield, and that would probably mean I keep it. We'll see. Right, I want to get rid of you as fast as I can. That's actually quite a nice stack there, and I can do the same to you. Yep, you're going to die to the dots. I should have used that. Just going to use this to get all of the rage going. Yeah. Right, we've got a key. Boots. I mean, they're nice, but the shoe hats are giving me all I need. The key is sincerely useful, though. If I got something that's just uncommon, I'm going to swap an uncommon for a key. Sure. Ah, hope you aren't too hungry. Is that grilled onion you smell? And the scent of garlic? Oh, wow, you want some so bad. My friend, the mouse shouts to you. Let me indulge you. I will... See, if I say no, I will eventually be able to pick up his cleaver. I feel so bad, though. No, thank you. Very good, sir, he says, but please do change your mind. He's going to go out of business. Am I willing to put someone out of business just so that they'll eventually be so crestfallen they just give me the tool of their trade? Watching their hopes and dreams disintegrate in front of them? No, I am not. And the game is rewarding me for the fact that I'd already chosen not to do it. Thank you, game. You've restored my faith in myself. When a weapon kills an enemy, add 6 rage yourself. Oh, good lord, we have just been blessed. Blessed, I tell you. Oh. Wow. If I place it down here, these get massive reuses. This one, honestly, was just kind of better to have in a group. A second King Cleaver would allow that to do crazy, obscene, disgusting things to our enemies. This is a pickaxe. If we had, like, we got a lot of gems, and if you surround it with these, that gets really powerful, but that's not the way we're going. I don't even need this ring anymore, because it's taking up a load of space. And this is going to do everything I need. This is going to get... Well, I mean, that being said, this will only do it when I kill an enemy. But the thing to pay attention to here is it's not based on summons. Quite a lot of things which can scale really well will not trigger on a summon kill, but this one will. So if I face an enemy that just summons loads of smaller enemies over and over and over, this is going to be perfectly fine. Because I'm going to just drain them in order to make myself so much more powerful. Yeah, we'll get rid of both of those. Is there a possibility of me popping this in there? Well, no, I don't think so. I think we'll just tuck that in there as well. It feels wrong to say no to picking up a pickaxe, but like a legendary item, but no. Alright, close this pouch. Is there something I want to do here? No, I think that's pretty solid. This one getting the bonus, because it's going to be activated several times now, is the better call. Also, the next level up I get, 2 spaces there, this whole thing moves up. The other cleavers can go down the bottom. Alright, well, you know, I said that I'd already decided that I wasn't willing to let this, the chef here's dreams fade to nothingness. We're going to buy food. Very good, he says. Another, perhaps? Sure, I'll buy another. Very good. I'm not going to take 2. Look, I'm not actually going to take either of them, but I just didn't want you to go out of business. 4 energy is actually not too bad. That's better than these. On use, that's 3 energy. Okay, why not use destroyed? Sure. Thank you very much. We will... don't pay attention to me not taking it with me. I assure you, it was premium water. I would have been very, very happy to drink that water. Alas, that is not what we're going to be doing right now. Right, let's go ahead and get into this fight. Hello. Badger Boss is going to be summoning summonlings. We'll also add 3 rage to all summonlings. First thing we're going to do, gobble that down. And I can only do it once a turn. Interesting. Alright. Time to just really unleash. My god. It should be illegal to be this powerful. I would like to kill you. Honk. And then we're going to eat this. And then I'm going to attack you again and kill you. Oh my good lord. Right, let's see what we got. We got the bomb. The brutal bomb, so not what we want. Energy carries between turns? Possibly. Or ice cream. Your energy starts at 1 and increases each turn. No. No. I'll take this and we'll sell it. Realistically. In fact, on that note, maybe taking the brutal bomb stone would have been the better call. Well, since I'm here, would you give me some more max health? Because I'm not carrying any of my rings anymore. Right, what have we got in here? Let's have a look. We've got nothing of any particular value to me. could send something back with parcel. I could send the windmill back with parcel. Nah. No, if I was going to do that, I should have done that before. Okay, we're going to go to... we haven't been to the magma core in so long. But I think we're going to go to the frozen heart. The magma core fills me with fear. So much burn. That is to say, we haven't beaten the magma core in so long. We've been there fairly recently, sadly. Right, I need to make a dash over here to get that experience. Hello. Right, the chosen cultist. Not super keen on that. Yeah. And you're going to die to your afflictions. You're not going to do anything this turn. And then I'm going to finish you off. There we go. We've got a toll blade. It tolls for thee. Nothing here is particularly useful to me, except the possibility for the key. We're going to say finish choosing on that one. Right, let's go and grab the experience. See what we might be able to pick up at the forge. 2 block to armor, conductive to armor, energy to clothing. Can't do that one. Haste to structure. Nothing there for us. Well, I mean, I guess I could put block on some of the armor, maybe. I don't know. Maybe one thing. But that isn't really a useful forge for us this time. Quite sad. We've got the dark whetstone. Weapons in this row get weak this combat. That could sincerely be nice if I could get it on that row. That is worth us going for. But for now, let's open the pouch. Say goodbye to you, because you're taking up a lot of space. Say goodbye to you, taking up a lot of space. And this. There we go. This is going to be part of our build. Oh, I meant to sell that as well. Oh, well. I guess just keeping that there for now, then. We don't have a key. What is the event? I'm not too interested in that. I'm going to be up against the speaker. And I really don't want you to get the spikes off. So let's try and ruin you now, because otherwise this build in particular would just kill me if you had 13 spikes. It's really that simple. I would straight up die. I would kill myself because I attack so many individual times. Again, it's the same thing with when I've got spikes and the enemy does a lot of small attacks. That's us right now. So spikes is a hard counter for our build, which is the scary thing about a cleaver build, is you have a hard counter. Go. And we get our level up. Right, so pop, pop. A little bit of space there as well. And done. See what we get. Everything needs to move up. You need to be there instead. There is a spade cleaver. We will pick you up. And the gold cleaver can go down there as well. Is there anything I want to take? I could take the sapphire. It floats, but it's not really going to be useful to me. I guess at this point picking up something, an uncommon thing would do. Actually, the uncommon thing can go in the pouch. The fish, which will be useful to me right away, can stay out. I can't actually make use of anything else, sadly, so that's just the way that's going to be. I can now shimmy that back up there. Maybe I'll get another glove. That would be pretty amazing. An elite enemy. Sure, let's go and fight you. Wow, this is a really empty floor. Right, I don't want to have to deal with your shenanigans. Ideally. We are going to have to deal with shenanigans, though, so kind of sucks, but there we are. Actually, no, you're going to... No, you will. We will be dealing with it. You'll have 4 hit points left. Oh, how vexing. Oh well. Right, this needs to go over there. This can go in there. You're now going to die from that. I could finish you off if this manages it. No. That's fine, though. You're both going to die this turn, so I don't need to do anything. But the cleaver. Not a brilliant cleaver for us, though. When an adjacent item kills a non-summoned enemy, plus HP. Definitely worth popping up there, since these two are the most likely to do any killing. I don't have anyone else to put a cleaver unless I get a king cleaver or something like that. I'll bring her along with me for obvious reasons, so I might build into it. That's a rare item, but it's taking up a lot of room in my pack. Good enough for now. But the healing will be quite nice. If any of these manage to do that, that would be pretty awesome. Actually, let me shimmy these around, and the reason why I'm going to do that is these are going to be scaling in damage. So they quickly become the most likely things to kill. Well, no, it doesn't really work out like that here, but still, there's a potential for it. Don't think we're taking this. There is really nothing on this floor for us to use in the forge. Except the armor. I just don't think it's worth it. So no thanks for that. Okay, well, not every floor is going to be useful for us. Oh, I meant to pick up the coal. Oh, what a pain. Completely forgot. Oh well. Should have put it in the backpack, honestly. I should have just picked it up, put it in the backpack. Into the pouch, rather. But oh well. We've got some gold down there. I'm not hurting for gold right now, though. Anything of particular value here? No. I think it might be time for us to say goodbye to this because it's taking up so much room in my pack. That, I think, also sells a 17, so it's effectively a legendary. And is there anything in here legendary? Not really. If this is on the top row, item is disabled on take damage plus 1 gold. I mean, sure, I guess. There's no reason not to have it in the top row now. Also no reason not to have that out. Also no reason not to have that out. And at some point I may get enough mana to make use of that again. So keep that down there. But I am a little bit disappointed in myself for forgetting to pick up the coal, because that would have been fantastic. Could have even put it down there, because these would have just gained natural weak then. That's already damage that I can sustain, so let's just go for you as my focus. Oh, yeah. We know it won't be enough to kill, but that's fine. Oh, actually, no, it did. Oh, I completely missed that difference there. Alright, let's stack up some damage. I could take one out now and get the buff to all of my weapons. And the rage, of course. And at this point, I'm not even building up the spikes, which is kind of silly. I probably should. Ooh, another gold cleaver. Is that better than the spade cleaver? Well, I mean, not really. The spade cleavers are actually technically better. In fact, that being said, because this is only adjacent to diagonal. Well, I mean, adjacent diagonal cleavers would include this. So it would buff this queen cleaver a bit, but I'm not using it in that way. Maybe if it was over here it would, but ultimately these gold cleavers are not actually that useful for me right now. Close pouch, maybe? Chasing the diagonal armor gets +1 block, but I would need a lot more room. Probably need to square out these 3 to fit that in, but it would still mess with my current build. I don't think we want to mess with something that's working so well for us. Instead, I'm going to pick this up. I guess I can pick up anything else that might also be... Well, I grab that, I suppose. That'll do. Let's see about these other fights. Oh, good lord. Yeah, now this is the worrying part. I do want to take you out. This is also what got us last time. So, adding some spikes would be wise. I can take you out and gain the buff straight away. I could take out rage on one of them. But I think instead, let's just buff my defense a bit. 6 poison to all enemies. I'll use this if I need to. This is going to be rough. Yeah, the fact that you got that off before anything else happened, which is a kind of annoyance. Right, I need to remove you as a priority, and probably you as well. Otherwise, the incoming damage is just going to keep scaling way too fast for me to deal with. I can tank this incoming damage here. It hurts to tank it, but I can. There we go. Now, the only one doing damage is you now. So, yeah, this should be fine. Okay. What I'm not doing is... I don't think I'm getting healing, unfortunately. These cleavers are not the ones that are getting the attacks in. Yeah. It's a shame. A healing whetstone or the coal or things like that would be the benefit here. I do have this, but I've got to be lower than 50% health. Heals 20, removes 2 max HP. No. That's not happening. Oh, good lord. Club cleaver. Ah, if only we had another king or queen. That is going to be better. Of course I'm going to take this, because if we do get a... Well, if we get another queen, we would probably put it there, so I'd have 2 more items. Though actually another king would be the better one, because that would give me 3. So that would still be only 2, but I could have another queen. Oh my lord, you can get stupid built up. Now, you may be wondering, is it possible to have the queen cleavers activate themselves? That's actually a good call. I've had someone mention in the comments that it's not possible, that you can't activate and activate and activate something. But there is a big part of me that wants to try that out, not gonna lie. We could move this around a little. I would lose... Let's move these up, so I'd lose them. Now, at this point, this queen cleaver would potentially... We'll have to see, because this one might activate these. Then this one would activate these. Can I get this queen cleaver to activate this queen cleaver twice? I think as long as... Well, my thought process is you can't activate a cleaver that was responsible for activating you. So this queen cleaver can't create a circular pattern that would activate the king cleaver again. But they might both be able to activate each other several times, but they just wouldn't activate backwards. That might create a very, very broken build that I would be extremely excited to see. We would lose out on these 2. Alright, I think we can give this at least 1 attempt. This is actually not a bad one to do it on either. So, let's have a quick calculate of how much poison I expect to see here. So 1 poison, 2 poison, 3 poison. Actually, let's go from the king cleaver outwards. So king cleaver here, 1 poison, 3 poison, 4 poison, 5 poison, and that's that. This queen cleaver would activate this one, so we're back up to we're up to 6 poison, 7 poison, possibly 8 poison. This one would activate this to 9 poison. So if it's 8 poison, then we know that this queen cleaver can't activate this queen cleaver because it's active already. So I think if it's 9 poison, it stops there. But if these can activate each other, then it'll be above that. Let's see. That's 10 poison. If this one activated this one again, there would have been more than that laid out. So I don't think it's quite as powerful as we were hoping. It could also be based on the range that the order that this works in. Is it going clockwise or anti-clockwise or clockwise? I think removing the peridot will make this a bit of an easier one to calculate, and we will do that. I'm going to use that twice. And once and twice again. There we go. And I'll just finish it off. There we go. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit too concerned on the next, because we don't know what the fights are going to be. And I'm a little bit too concerned that the next fight we get into is going to be a really difficult one. And removing the peridot just for science would be an awful way to lose this run. I would actually be genuinely sad with myself. So we're going to just roll with what's working. But if anyone does know for certain, the two questions I have. I'm assuming that cleavers can't activate themselves in a circular way. You can't have an infinite damage machine. But with that assumption out of the way, can cleavers activate each other and thus, trigger their secondary cleaver? So, for example, two queen cleavers, can they activate each other, assuming that they just never get back to like, for example, this queen cleaver could do all of its damage, this queen cleaver could do all of its damage, then this one would activate this one, doing all of its damage again. It just wouldn't reactivate the original queen cleaver, if that makes sense. So a cleaver can't activate a cleaver that activated it. Is that the only limit? The other question I have is do they activate clockwise or counterclockwise? Because that will change the way you would set them up, definitely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll miss that, where I could get there to the health, but it doesn't really matter. In that case, let's just go this way. I would like to remove the weak, because you'll actually massively gimp my entire build if you get that off. So let's just deal with you nice and fast. Now we've got a nice big bump of rage. And we are going to use that to attack you. There we go. Now we've got 15 rage. This is ridiculous. The amount of damage these cleavers now output is frankly disgusting. I would not be surprised if you die in the first... Yeah, there we go. Perfect. We've got the wild buckler. Uncommon. We've got some thorns, actually. Wouldn't be a bad one. Are we going to come back to the thorns? is this just going to be circular in that way? Sure, I'll pick that up. I kind of like the idea of it. I do like the idea of just stacking this in exchange for not having the Ring of Rage. Yeah, I like that. Finish choosing. Got another shop, which will be wonderful. I want you to not be a problem if I can make that happen. Let's go for it. And again, she'll take you out of the running. And then next turn I've got a bunch of extra rage to use. Guess I could just pop it there. There we go, that is so much more damaging. Luck ring, a key. I wouldn't mind taking that in exchange for something. Guess that only gives me a little bit of energy, which is giving me healing, which matters more to me right now. So I'll keep hold of that. That in there. I'm going to collect the cleavers, even if I know I'm not going to use them. Aha! Right, what do we got? Poison to a weapon, block to armor, spikes to a shield, energy to clothing. I mean, not awful, I guess, but... Poison to a weapon isn't a bad one. Let's start popping that down. Would have loved it if it was rage, though, I'm not going to lie. But at this point, it makes sense for me to now just dump poison onto everything I can. Because the next floor is the boss fight. So we want to be as damaging as we can possibly be. Is there any other upgrade spots? Yeah, there's quite a few, actually. We straight up don't need that Peridot anymore, but it is still giving us a bit of extra poison, so it's not a terrible thing. Yeah, it's 2 poison there, 2 poison there, 2 poison here. Okay, I like it. You do help, thank you. Right, what we got? I've got... I'm going to buy it just because I can. I will sell this. In fact, I'm going to sell other things too. We will sell the... tome. I don't intend to take damage. I very much hope I don't have to. So with that means that I can bring out, for now, the healing items at least. Is there anything here I want to pick up? I guess I could have the boots down here just for a little bit more passive, but what would I lose in exchange for that? I could... Yeah, you know what? I could get rid of the Peridot in exchange. These boots won't give me quite as much passive, but it's still 6. It's still a solid amount. If I could have it there, it would be better, but honestly, we needed more king cleavers. That would have been the pull. Right. I think that's good enough. Let's go and find out what we've got after this fight. If there's anything else after it. Want to take you out because you're going to give me a bunch of extra damage. The same with you. There we go. I'll end this turn. Don't mind losing access to those. At this point, we've got 11 rage and 17 extra damage on every single attack is just stupidly brutal. Now, 2 spaces. Shimmy these back a bit. Got on-take damage, adds dodge to self. It's a legendary. I mean, I can put it there. It doesn't hurt. The tower shield is also giving it some extra block, which is kind of cool. We've got another rose. Certainly going to take that. Adds great luck when used. Let's pop this in there. Bring that out. Good. Right, that's everything. What was the event here? Make a deal. Is this a rarer? Get a different item? No. Not interested. Right, let's find out which one of you was the locked chest. Here we are. Another shield. Another Peridot. Nothing here actually useful to me, sadly. Well, actually, this one, a diagonal adjacent armor gets some extra block. That one could potentially work. Especially if it was... If I move these around a bit, that could work for me. If I had it there, it would give these two a little bit more block. Sure. Am I going to use these? I kind of feel I probably will more than the roses in the end. Roses are great, but having this to give me a little bit of extra block on these two, that's worth the 2 spaces. It would be grand if I could have it down here, for example, though. How much does this give? This gets +2. So yeah, this wouldn't... well, actually... Might not be a bad position, but that one needs to be next to the shield, because it still activates on shields. No, ultimately, I don't think we're going to be able to make that function for us the way I would like it to. So instead, we will keep these out. Having the scaling... scaling... spikes is worth more to me. Having these for the final fight are also super good. Do we need the great luck, actually? Have we got any more fights here? we don't. So the great luck isn't as beneficial. Creates a blessing. And will give me HP. That's going to be more useful to me. Okay, we are heading off down into the final battle then. We've done everything we can. If we fail here, that's it. Frozen Heart finale. Is this the true finale? There is another. Oh, maybe this is the end. All right then. The Dark Lady. I'm gonna keep hold of these until I don't need them anymore. Do I want to build up spikes? No, I want to just do as much damage as I possibly can, as fast as I possibly can. I'm already going to be scaling my thorns, so that's not an issue. Good lord, cleaver builds are just disgusting. And this isn't even the best version of it I could make. The fact that you don't wipe the dots when you get hit is what is going to take you out here. You're also going to be starting to bring in some minions as well, which is going to be very nice for me. We're up to 100 poison, 70 burn, 106 slow. If we had weak as well, that would be shatteringly powerful. Right, I'm going to take you out. And then I'm going to take you out just for the extra rage. Time to turn that. And I think we're going to take you out first. And this will almost certainly finish you. We've got 17 rage there. Okay. Huge mana stone. For every 40 gold, gets 1 energy. Wow. But on take damage, lose 3 gold. And each turn, and yeah, I think we're going to be taking that, obviously. Select a random item to duplicate. No, we're going to absolutely be taking this, and I will use it instead of the blessing. Can I store the blessing back in? Yeah, instead of the mana. That's fine. Alright. Okay. Imagine I just went straight for that now. Oh, I think the comms would kill me. Alright. Purse! Dad! Are you okay? Did they hurt you? I'm okay, honey. Thank goodness you got here when you did. I was really starting to get hungry. Really. Be serious, Dad. You could have been hurt. Or worse. I never worried for a moment. Purse, you've become so strong these past few months. The moment they took me, I knew you would come for me. I was more worried about them, to be honest. Well, to be fair, considering how much damage I was doing with this cleaver build, that was the correct response. I knew you wouldn't go easy on them. When you first started going here, you lied to me. Do you remember? You said you were just exploring the Oakshire woods. But I wish you'd been able to be honest with me. I was about to say, well, I mean, you know, be a person that she feels she can be honest with you with. I should have supported you, Perce. Made you feel like you could tell me anything. I'm sorry I worried about you. I mean, don't be sorry about that. That's a completely normal thing for a father to do. You're tough and I believe in you. I'm just glad to see you again. Perce, I found something down here. I don't know why, but I can tell that it's connected to your mother. I can feel her. It's this door. Let me show you. I see symbols for 5 different backpacks. Aha! Around the edge. Maybe some of your friends could help you open it. If 5 heroes could make it down this deep, maybe we could open it. Huh. I actually kind of like that. That was pretty cool. The backpacks act like gems. Okay, well, was there anything more you want? Okay. Part 1 of 3? Oh god, this is going to be a long episode. Oh, actually, maybe not. A vision of darkness. Okay. Concerned. But this is kind of amazing. Part 2 of 3. Really? You made me really worry that this is going to be a super long episode. For nothing. Maybe there were plans for this, I don't know. Chaotic Darkness Finale. Maybe there is meant to be more going on? Okay. Disorder. Mum? Really? We're going with the you were evil all along or got turned evil? I'm sure we're going to be able to unevilify them by the liberal application of burny, poisony, cleaver goodness. But this isn't going to feel good. We'll get 0 experience of this because you'll just feel so guilty. Fair. Alright, well, let's do it the same way we've done it every other time. Yeah, it's so much extra. Yeah, we've already taken you on just because of the extra energy we had. And I guess a couple of extra spikes just for good measure. Oh. Ah. Mum! Yeah, that I feel that deep concern would be the correct response here, yes. Alright, let's have a look at your abilities. You've got Sturdy. When 550 damage is received this turn, adds a 999 block. I also didn't get the benefit of extra rage. Even though we did technically take you out, scoundrel. Alright, let's see what happens here. Okay, well, you just added a wallop load of block. Which I disapprove of, frankly. There's no point in me trying to... Well, I guess there is a point because I would be stacking up the dots. But, yeah, there's no point in me doing anything else. It's fine. There we go. Though, I'm kind of shocked that you managed to get that much block with 160 block being deducted from whatever you do, but sure. The burn has to get through the block, though. Our passive block being high enough to deal with this is just amazing. Yeah. And that is it, I think. I think we've discovered the only character that we haven't seen this entire series. Oh my lord, stream, why are you so loud? Oh. No words, just a hug. Oh, and a cutscene as well. Oh, Purse, I got all mixed up down here. I knew you would set everything right. Backpack Hero was created by Team Backpack. What a fantastic name for a team making a game about backpacks. Binary Counter, The Jaspel, Gangs Robin. Additional content by Nido Content and Cats Kings. Different Tales. Publishing team, management board, operation team, special thanks. Special thanks to Adam, Brandon, David, Game Dev Fund, Jarek, Mikhail, Nestor, and Robert. I can't read fast enough to get the surnames. I hope you don't mind. Oh, look, the cast of characters right there. Satchel. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm not going to skip it. I never skip the credits on a game I finish. If I've gotten to the finish of a game, it has earned me sitting through the credits. That was so fun. So amazingly fun. Do you recognize all of these NPCs? I recognize most of them. Some of them are definitely... That's the fisherman, I think. Yeah. I was going to say one of them looks like one of the enemies, but... I'm fairly certain you are one of the enemies, though. You're definitely one of the King's Guard. My goodness, so many names. I'm not going to lie. The fact that it's not just scrolling up, but just like popping in, that is a little bit jarring for my brain. But what an absolute pleasure this game has been, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I did. This has been a very long series, so much longer than I was expecting. There was so much more in the campaign mode than I had any right to expect. But the interesting thing is whilst we have seen quite a lot of the items, we still haven't seen all of them. I think we've covered something like 740 out of the 850 odd items that exist in the game, so despite the enormous amount of episodes that this ended up turning into, we still haven't seen every single item that the dungeon has to offer. We definitely haven't even remotely scratched the surface of the synergies that you can create. But I will say that nothing could have been more poetic than the end of this series being a cleaver run. From the very beginning of this series, I've been talking about how powerful cleaver builds can be. And we didn't even really get a really strong one going, because typically you need a couple of king cleavers and queen cleavers together to really start expanding out. But my lord, I'm just so glad that the end boss didn't use thorns, because that would have been a hard counter. It is it's as much of a hard counter as it has been for us. Overall, though, I don't even think the cleaver build is the strongest build. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of think the charm build is ridiculously strong. I think Satchel's ability to serenade their enemies, turn them into allies, that is by far the strongest, like, basic build that you can get. Of course, I think Crate is the strongest overall, but it does come down to an awful lot of luck in getting the right parts. But by the time you get to, like, the first New Game Plus, most of the other builds start losing their scaling, whereas Crate is the only one that I have managed to take to, like, 4th or 5th Game Plus runs, where enemies have in the hundreds of thousands, if not millions of HP, and Crate can still win on the first turn. The first turn takes me half an hour to play, but Crate can still win on the first turn. And I've never managed to get any other character to that. That being said, I've not played with Pocket, so maybe Pocket can really build up to that. But the fact that Crate can do all of it on the first turn by managing heat and splitting the energy streams, it just gets really, really broken. That said, though, they have introduced some means to try and dampen that down, but I've already seen in the comments quite a few people pointing out, well, actually, no, you can totally still do it. It just, there's more steps involved now. And so again, you might be really hitting your stride by the 2nd or maybe even the 3rd New Game Plus, but eventually you get to the singularity. Crate is the singularity personified. Eventually, it happens, and once it does, the only thing that stops you is being bored of how long it takes to play out a single battle. That being said, maybe we will see one of those runs in the future. I don't know. We're going to be taking a hiatus from more Backpack Hero for a little while, I should imagine. Certainly, we won't be jumping into the story mode again. But I think once you've seen that and played through it once, it's a great way of experiencing a lot of the content. But I don't think we would need to do it again. That being said, if you had only played the game in its base mode prior to the campaign coming out, this was a really refreshing approach to the game. I enjoyed it because it really incentivized me playing different builds, playing different characters. That you don't get as much with the just a quick play. But we might see more Backpack Hero on the channel in the future at some point. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll take out a specific character and aim for a certain type of build. Again, some of the runs with Crate get very long, but if we went out with a specific idea, for example, maybe a pickaxe build, maybe I could just play it on stream until we get a gem build on the go. There's lots of options. This will probably show up on stream reasonably often. I enjoy this game, much like the same as Backpack Battles as well. I enjoy this kind of Tetris-style gameplay. Obviously, Backpack Battles is a little bit more of an auto-battler rather than this, but again, coming back to Crate, playing Crate is quite often like an auto-battler once you've got the build going. But that is going to have to be it from me. We do not have time, unfortunately. I really, really did want to go through all of these, but we're only on the J's. I'm going to have to time-lapse this in the background. I may have already started the time-lapse happening in the background. I probably did, thinking about it. Well done, editing Aavak. Thank you very much. But that is going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did support the game and your name should have been in the list, I hope you had a chance to spot it as it scrolled on by, probably significantly faster than it was meant to. But that's going to be it for Backpack Hero here on the channel for a little while. Thank you ever so much for joining me. I hope you've had as much fun watching this series as I did bringing it to you, but that is going to be it for now. So until next time, and as always, from me, Purse, Satchel, Pocket, Tote, and of course, Crate the Great. Do take care. And don't forget to insert praise. Beep boop.